You've probably heard meteorologists talk about El Niño and La Niña and how they affect our weather patterns, but what exactly are they? Today, I'm going to break it down for you in depth and tell you exactly how they affect our weather patterns here in the Tennessee Valley, as well as how they affect our tropical season. So what they are is they're climate patterns that originate in the Pacific Ocean that can affect our weather patterns worldwide. So it's not just us here in the Tennessee Valley that will see the effects from El Niño and La Niña. This phenomena is called the El Niño Southern Oscillation, or we call it the ENSO cycle for short. It typically lasts between 9 to 12 months. El Niño occurs more frequently than La Niña does, and it originated from South American fishermen. They noticed that the warm waters were taking over in the wintertime, and they originally called it El Niño de Navidad because El Niño typically peaks around December. So the trade winds, we're going to be talking about those in just a little bit, and I want to explain what exactly those are as well. They're basically an easterly wind that circles the earth near the equator in a location that's called the horse latitudes. So let's talk about exactly what it brings to us temperature-wise if we are seeing an El Niño pattern. So like I mentioned earlier, it peaks in the wintertime, usually lasts around 9 to 12 months. So us here in the Tennessee Valley will see cooler than normal temperatures, as the northern portion will see warmer than normal temperatures. But once you factor in the precipitation, we should see a wetter than normal winter and a drier than normal winter to our northern areas. Now, if we're experiencing La Niña for that year, we'll see warmer than normal temperatures here in the Tennessee Valley, pretty much all across the southeast, and portions of the northeast will see cooler than normal temperatures. But if we see La Niña for our precipitation as well, notice drier than normal basically forms all along the south portion of the United States, and we have two different areas that are wetter than normal across the United States. So sometimes we do see a neutral ENSO weather impact, and basically all that's going to do, we're going to see warmer than normal temperatures in the south, cooler than normal temperatures in the north, because that jet stream and the moisture feed are starting to come together, and they conjoin right over along Alabama. So if we see neutral ENSO winter impacts for precipitation wise as well, it looks like us here in the southeast are pretty much the only ones that feel the effect of that, and we're usually wetter than normal when it comes to the precipitation. So here's what it's going to do with our tropics. This is if we are experiencing El Niño. So we could see more wind shear, which means we'll have less hurricane activity. Remember how I mentioned the trade winds earlier? We'll have weaker trade winds, which just means warmer water temperatures, and we'll have a higher moisture content. Less wind shear will equal more hurricane activity. La Niña tropic impacts will see less wind shear, more hurricane activity here. Strong trade winds, meaning cooler water temperatures, lower moisture content, more wind shear, and less hurricane activity. Now, if it's neutral, we'll see near normal activity, not really leaning towards an above or a below average for our hurricanes, and we'll see normal trade winds as well. Near or slightly below normal water temperatures are expected for the tropics.